Hi, Ben here with Amtex Equipment. Next to me it is the latest shipment of Inferno 2747 Eruption. Eruption model, it is the hottest selling machine that we have on our website, with hundreds of these units sold worldwide, providing relentless energy as far as vacuum, pressure, heat to do carpet, tiling grouts, even water extractions. Now this unit, as time went by, because it is one of our hottest units in the market, and because we get a lot of feedback from our customers, we do go through a lot of researching to build the next Inferno to be a bulletproof machine, providing you with all the performance that you require for such a machine. Now, one of the things we have learned in past few hundred machines that we have sold is to master the heat exchanger system of this machine, to have the hottest heat production of any truck mount that can come close and compare to it. Now at the same time, by creating such a massive heat exchangers, which we're going to show you at the end of this video, the heat production of this baby, how she can hold a constant 200+ degree around the clock, we have to design a durable type of plumbing for it instead of the everyday conventional pressurized hoses, pressure hoses made from rubber hoses. We moved into a fully stainless steel tubing. That way the unit or the plumbing of this machine can handle the massive heat exposure that these heat exchangers are creating. Now another thing that we have equipped this design with, it is the slide plate. When this unit is ordered with a direct drive type of design of it, we do have a slide plate, which I will get to it in a little bit. But now what we're going to do, we're going to start off showing you how to separate this unit from the pallet, because after all we do have them sent to you with a heavy duty pallet bolted. Now one of the things you're going to need as far as separating it prior to installation, if you notice, now the unit comes with a forklift pockets, which is a 2x6 tubing welded as a main chassis all the way throughout the frame, which allows you to lift up the machine extremely easy using a small or medium-sized forklift. Now as far as separating it, the tools you're going to need are very simple tools. Once you receive this unit, there is a 2/9/16, a 11/16, and of course a flat screwdriver. The 9/16s are used to loosen the 3/8 bolts. You do have two on the right side. Again, on the right side of the tank. Bringing the camera around, you'll be able to see the other two. And of course, far left side of the unit, you do see another 2 3/8 bolts. By separating by removing the bolts, you'll be able to now separate the unit from the carrying pallet. Now, when it comes to the additional area that you need to disconnect, it will be a discharge hose here, which you use the 11/16 to simply loosen that, and just, you know, these are flares. They don't need no Teflons. Now, the smallest screwdriver comes handy to remove the small two clamps right here, which connects the dripper and also the thermal relief valve discharge. And of course, you do have a wire which goes to your float, which just by simply disconnecting it right there. One of the other areas that you're going to disconnect is going to be these two hoses. By using a flat screwdriver, loosening the two hose clamp, you'll be able to remove these hoses by slightly yanking them back and forth. They should come off. The final section will be where the filter connects itself to the machine. So by loosening these two stainless steel unions, you should be able to completely separate the tank from the unit, enter the tank inside of the vehicle, and once you come back in and pick up the machine and lift it and place it in front of the tank, the first thing you do, you need to make sure that your top unions are matching. In other words, don't just start bolting the unit or bolting the frame without making sure that these two areas are perfectly lined up for an easy removal on the top of the tank. If you take a look, it's nicely parallel and ready to go. How do you know you have done a good job? These unions should not fight you when it goes on. You should be able to simply put it on. Once you have this set up, in other words, once your tank matches your unit, that's when you're going to start drilling your unit, drilling the tank through the floor of the vehicle, of course, same as the machine. Now that short preview show you, as one of our customers, if you're getting one of these units, how to take the unit apart quickly, separate it, enter the tank into the vehicle or trailer, and then after that, by using the two front forklift pockets. You can lift up the machine, put it inside the vehicle, and of course after that, matching it. But once you match it to the tank, you can go and do the bolting of it. Now, another areas that I wanted to bring to your attention was the slide plate that we designed for this, because it is a drag drive system. The tools that we're going to need, if we can bring the camera here, we're going to switch our tooling to another simple couple of pieces of tool, which is 11/16, 2 Phillips screwdriver, kind of medium size, a channel lock, and possibly a 5/8. Now, in order to remove the coupling, let's say after so many hundreds of hours, the coupling on this machine wears down and it's time to replace it. It might break. As far as replacing it, as I explained in prior videos showing the matter done in a stack design, this one is going to be extremely simple also. Starting from the right side, these 2 nuts, which are 7/16, could be loosened. I already loosened them for you by using a 7/16. As I've explained in the prior videos, you have them to the point that they're hardly holding on to maybe a couple of threads before they fall out. Now here's another one. If we bring the camera to the left side of the engine, you'll be able to see another 2 right there. I don't know if we need our flash right here to kind of, let's see. So we have one right here. Again, you're going to loosen them all the way to the point that they're almost about to fall out. Here's another one. Now bring the camera to the top. Now, as you know, this unit, the engine carries the pump. In other words, there is no reason for disconnecting anything off the pump except the tubing that we have designed that transfers the pressure to the left heat exchanger, which is called preheat. Now, as far as loosening this, the tools you're going to need, it will be a 5/8 and 11/16. A 5/8 will secure the body of the compression fitting right here, and with 11/16 you go ahead and loosen the compression fitting. Go ahead and loosen it. Now, in order to get it out quicker, you can help it by kind of lifting up the tubing a little bit. That way you'll be able to completely remove the compression fitting off the pump. Almost there. Okay, once with the compression fitting is off, that means the pump is disengaged from the heater. The last part you're going to do is your exhaust manifold. So you're going to have 2 unions. By using a channel lock, simply grabbing the union and loosening it. These are all done in stainless for maximum durability. We come to the left side of the machine, we do have another union. If you notice, they're not super tight. They're just kind of snug because with the heat, they do hold on. So now we have the whole entire engine disconnected from the main unit. If we bring the camera to the right side, please. As I've explained, if you want to back up a little bit, that way they'll be able to see. If you notice, this machine is really consists of 2 main sections. You do have your vacuum system, which carries your heat exchangers, and of course you do have an independent chimney right here that transfer the vacuum from the tank through the blower. But the front section of the machine, which is the pump and the engine, they're connected to each other. In other words, there is no reason to disconnect anything except by slowly grabbing the engine and slightly pulling it back. If you take a look, the engine has become, the unit has broken in 2 pieces. By reaching here, you should be able to simply remove the coupling. To get it out, because of the way that we have designed as far as to minimize the vibration which gets transferred from the engine to the pump, this section got to be so long to create that durability as far as as far as the durability of the bracket, and to prevent any kind of vibration movement from the engine to the pump. So what you do in order to remove the coupling, if you bring the camera up, you grab the top section of the engine, which is basically your pump pulley cover. By shifting it and pull it towards you, you should be able to get the coupling out. Let's say the coupling is removed, a new coupling needs to be replaced. Again, everything's going to go backwards by sliding it in towards the inside of the where the bracket is, and having it closer to the engine side. Again, as you're lifting the coupling up, get it into place. So now if we bring the camera closer, the coupling is already, let me get my flashlight to help our cameraman here. You'll be able to see. Now if you notice, the coupling is already in the engine side, so all we're going to do, we just got to push it forward to reach and enter it into the flange of the blower. Now in order to do it, as you're moving the engine forward, you want to kind of, as you reach the flange, you want to make sure that your flange is lined up with the gears. I don't know if the camera can see me, can see my hand doing it. By lining it up, you should be able to simply get in the coupling, and there we go. Almost there. There we go. That's it. Now, we always recommend to have 2 Phillips screwdrivers, because the end of the Phillips screwdriver is kind of round, and the kind of diameter of the body of it is about 1/4 inch. That's what the diameter of these 2 holes are. There is one hole on the right side, so we're going to kind of fight it and get the screwdriver to go in. That way, these are called guiding holes. Bring the camera to the left, please, sir. We're going to enter the other screwdriver into the left side hole. Just got to kind of find it. Once we get it completely in, we kind of, let me see, you'll be able to see. That way, now we know that this plate and the engine, it is perfectly lined up with the blower to give that almost zero tolerance in between the flanges. So that way, it allows you to have a machine with a durable coupling for a long time to come. Next thing you're going to do, you're just going to simply tie your heat exchanger unions. Not all the way, just to the point, right before tied down. We're going to come and do the right side. If you're not lined up, these 2 puppies will not allow you to go so smooth the way I'm going. So one of the signs that you're doing a good job is for these unions to go on real easy without any fight. The final you're going to do, it will be on the engine part, will be to tie down your mounting 7/16 nuts. Going to the other side. Again, same here. Now, here comes the 11/16 to kind of give it that final tie down. You can use the right side. Not over tightening, just kind of tied down. Here we go. That's it. We come to the left side. Of course, you do have your final right here. You can probably come in from here and do it. Now, when it comes to the tubing, it needs to be lined up. I guess I can probably put my flashlight away so I'll be able to show you how it's done. You do have a flare at the end of the tubing. And this tubing is kind of flexible. You just kind of get it into the socket. But one of the best way to put the flange, or I mean the compression cover on, is make sure that your flares and the body of the compression fittings are they're perfectly lined up, not in a crooked position. How do you know you're doing a good job? You should be able to screw the cap on without any fight. If she started fighting you, that means there's a possibility you're cross-threading. Stop. Make sure you redo it again. We'll go from there now. But of course, with 11/16, give it some type of, like a snug type of feeling. You're ready to go right there. Now the final things you're gonna do, remove screwdriver from the right. a screwdriver from the left. Now we know we have a perfect lineup. At the same time, right before we turn the baby on, just give this union type of snug feeling, type of tight. And then do not wrestle with them, do not over tie them. Like I said, as the engine runs and the fittings start heating up, they do catch up and they start seizing and kind of sealing the area. Now that shows you how to change the coupling on this unit, which is it is a new design of a slide plate that we've been having in the past almost 2 years, which we've been having getting great reviews from our customers. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut this story short, because I'm going to have my guys set up the unit and show you the baby's performance in action, something I promised you at the beginning. You'll be able to see the new generation of the Amtex equipment heat exchangers, how they keep up with 200+ degrees around the clock. Until then, we'll see each other. Thank you.